How's it going, guys? One Thought Fantasy, YouTube's most consistent uploader, back at it again for another video. And today, not only are we filming on an absolute potato, but we are looking at head coaching changes and offensive coordinator changes that will impact your fantasy team this year. Every coordinator change or OC and head coach change throughout the entire offseason, I looked at everybody and their tendencies, and I have concluded what will happen to these teams and what players will be impacted. Every single team. Here we go. I've actually done articles on all these guys, so check out these. I'm going to be referencing a lot of these articles, but all these are on my Instagram. So if you want to know about, say, Jay Gruden, go read that article, and I break down like everything. So this video, if you can't tell, is different than my glorified slideshow as usual. These are being posted in my sleeper chat, which I just created for my followers. Okay, so this is totally free. Please join it. It's the link will be in the bio of this video, of my videos from here on out, for Instagram, my DM, like anywhere you can get this. And please join it because it's gonna be awesome. Like you are gonna get all of my notes from all my research of articles posted right in here in bullet points for you to see. And not only that, you're gonna get my advice personalized throughout the offseason, with polls, questions, like everything. I'll be in there. I'll be active. Everybody will be active. It'll be awesome. Great community. It's awesome. So please join that. It's just One Thought Fantasy, and I'll have the link in the bio here. So without further ado, we're gonna go AFC first, North, then AFC South, then East. Right, for you guys, East, West. Okay, there we go. So first we have the First we have the ACF North. Woo. Okay, so in the ACF North, we have the Browns bringing in Kevin Stefanski as the new head coach and Alex Van Pelt as the new OC. So Stefanski had some very Gary Kubiak-esque schemes, and we saw this last year in Minnesota where Dalvin Cook went absolutely insane, and we had sorry, I have hiccups, and a lot of very efficient passing to Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. So I'll talk about this more when I get to Gary Kubiak, actually. But in short, I might have Nick Chubb as a top 4 running back this year. I'm so serious, because there's no way that he doesn't get almost 300 touches this year. Like 300 touches is well within the realm of possibilities, and he's so awesome with those touches. I expect Nick Chubb to go crazy, and so that's that for the Kubiak scheme. And what also he will bring from Minnesota is some efficient passing to running backs. So Nick Chubb once again, and Kareem Hunt, if he's still on the team with that second round tenure that they have, he'll probably still be on the team. And tight ends too. So Austin Hooper, David Njoku, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, they're going to get some efficient passing and obviously a lot of running. Now Van Pelt, so he's been an OC for 1 year, and in my opinion, he's going to serve as a glorified quarterbacks coach for the Browns. He was one of the most desired quarterback coaches in all the NFL, and Aaron Rodgers was really mad when he left Green Bay. I mean, that's just pretty high praise from a guy like that. So I think he's going to come in there and try to fix Baker, and I think he'll be successful because he's awesome at what he does. But I don't think he's more than just a glorified QB coach. I think Stefanski will be calling most plays, and yeah. So players impact the most are Baker by Van Pelt and Nick Chubb because of the system that he's going into. I'm serious, man. Nick Chubb will be probably right behind, well, like for now, CMC, Dalvin Cook, and Saquon, and then Nick Chubb is right there. So AFC South here, we have Jay Gruden coming in for the Jaguars as the team's OC. I don't have OC written down, but he is the OC. Now Jay Gruden, he absolutely kills it in play action volume. Okay, he throws play action a lot, but get this stuff. Gardner Minshew, dude, is awesome at that. He averaged 11 yards per attempt. What? 11 yards per attempt, and nearly 80% completion on play action last year. Jay Gruden is fitting right into Gardner Minshew's strengths. Furthermore, wow, look at that. Furthermore, Leonard Fournette is in trouble here because Jay Gruden has historically had a running back by committee, and he doesn't throw running back that much. This is one of the best stats in like this entire video. Expect less catches from Leonard Fournette because the trio, like these guys took like almost all the snaps at Redskins running back last year. The trio of Chris Thompson, AP, and Darius Guice caught 68 balls last year. Leonard Fournette, by himself, caught 76 balls. So the entire starting roster for the Redskins running backs, all those guys caught less balls than Leonard Fournette. And now Leonard Fournette has the OC of the guys that didn't catch any of those balls. So Leonard Fournette is in trouble in terms of passing volume, as well as running volume, because he likes to run a running back by committee. So while Leonard Fournette might have some positive regression for touchdowns, he's going to have some negative regression for everything else. Drake Gruden has experience with young quarterbacks. I mean, we're talking about Dwayne Haskins and whatever. So he should be good for Minshew overall. Minshew, he's going to excel because of play action. Leonard Fournette is going to not excel because of lack of running and lack of pass catching backs or targets to pass catching running backs. And DJ Chark is a sleeper to go off because he has that 4.34 speed, and he can get all the way down the field during this play action. And Minshew can throw him some Hail Marys for some really big weeks here. So I think those three guys are impacted the most. Let's get to the AFC East now. AFC East, the Dolphins brought in Chan Gailey as the new OC. Now, Chan Gailey has a run-heavy scheme. So in his 14 years as an offensive coordinator or head coach, his teams have averaged the 11.6th most attempts rushing the ball per year. While it's not a obscene amount of running, it's good enough. And he has coached Fitzpatrick before in the past. When they're both with the Jets, Fitzpatrick had his best year to date, front to back, and Gailey was his offensive coordinator. So there should be some pretty big mind melding going on there. And Gailey, get this, he does not discriminate with his receivers, and his wide receiver 1 is usually really good. In his 5 past years of coaching, he's had 5 wide receiver 1s, okay, or 5 wide receivers with over 1,000 yards. If you're an outside guy like Brandon Marshall, 1,000 yards for you. If you're Eric Decker, a slot guy, 1,000 yards for you. If you're Stevie Johnson, outside and inside, 1,000 yards for you 3 separate times. Now, Devontae Parker is going to come in here and make this 6 for 6 because he is an absolute stud, and I'm hyped for him next year. However, something that's less inspiring is, Mike Gesicki is in big trouble here. Get this right. In Gailey's past 5 years of coaching, this is incredible. In his past 5 years of coaching, the tight end with the most catches was Scott Chandler, with 38. Okay, but outside of Chandler, I mean that's not laughable. It's not inspiring, right? But outside of Chandler, no tight end had over 15 balls caught. This is an absolute disaster for Mike Gesicki. I mean, I'm not gonna buy into it unless I actually see him getting targets like in week 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, because Gailey just does not like passing to the tight end. So Parker, Fitzpatrick, Gesicki. So there we go. ACF South or West rather. Nice. Look at me. 2 for 2. The Broncos have brought in Pat Shurmur as their OC. Now Pat Shurmur, total stud. This dude uses a lot of spread concepts. Okay, this is high volume passing and low volume running. He is a great coach for a young QB because not only is he a QB whisperer, but this spread offense will allow Drew Lock to grow a lot. And ready? So the spread offense is gonna allow guys to be one-on-one, like all over because there's like so many receivers to cover that you can't double team anybody, right? So when Cortland Sutton, when this guy is one-on-one outside, he's gonna toast his DB all day. Cortland Sutton is a legit wide receiver 1 in this league and a top 12 receiver. Okay, I don't like hot takes at all because they're stupid and like not real, but a decent hot take that I might say eventually is Cortland Sutton can possibly be a top 12 receiver this year. I mean, he really can in this new offense. So really high on Cortland Sutton and Drew Lock. This should be awesome in this offense. AFC done, halfway done. NFC to go. Here we go. We have the NFC North with the Bears bringing Bill Lazor as the new OC. Now Bill Lazor, his track record is not too inspiring, but what's the saying? Like he makes chicken shit or chicken shit out of chicken shit. I mean that's basically like what he does, right? So his teams have not been historically talented, right? But he does the best with what he has. In his 4 years, as an OC of Miami and Cincinnati, like not good teams like Miami and Cincinnati, his teams didn't score points. However, in DVOA, which tries to account for like what talent you have, they were not bad at all. Actually, in 2014, the Dolphins ranked eighth in total DVOA, and the rushing offense was second. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. And overall, Bill Lazor's rushing DVOA on these 4 years was on average of 12.25, most in the league. So above average rushing offenses, he can make a lot with a little. Is what I'm trying to say here. So David Montgomery, this serves him very well because his last year his offense was like he got like a lot of volume, but like he wasn't very efficient. So I think Lazor can fix that. And also, Lazor has done a lot with his quarterbacks that have very little talent. So last year, or his last 3 quarterbacks that he has coached have been Ryan Tannehill, who had his best year under Lazor besides last year, of course. Andy Dalton, who had arguably his best year in 2016 under Lazor. And of course, the magical 2013 Nick Foles, 27 TDs, 2 INTs. And guess what? Bill Lazor was his coach. Now, whether it's Mitch Trubisky, Nick Foles, Cam Newton, PJ Walker, Peter Tucker, it don't even matter who's quarterback. They're going to get the most talent extracted out of them that they can because Bill Lazor just does that. He gets the most out of what he has. Okay? So, that's Lazor in a nutshell. He's going to help Monty a lot and the quarterback, and that's just about it. So, for the Vikings, here we go. Gary Kubiak. Gary Kubiak. This is my fanboy here. Oh, man. Gary Kubiak is a total stud for fantasy, and here's why. So he's going to give his running backs, like, he doesn't believe in running back by committee. He's going to give his running backs the volume. His RB1 is his RB1 no matter what. We're talking Terrell Davis, total fantasy stud. Clinton Portis, total fantasy stud. Arian Foster, total fantasy stud. Dalvin Cook, total fantasy stud. All these guys have been total fantasy studs under Gary Kubiak. And it's going to keep happening this year with Dalvin Cook because this dude has efficient passing and he actually passes to his running backs more than he should, or like the league medium. So he is going to pass to Dalvin Cook more and give him more carries, and it's just awesome for Dalvin Cook. Good for him overall. And tight end targets, he gives not only more targets to running backs, but to tight ends too. So Irv Smith, Kyle Rudolph, they're in for some serious target share. I believe the numbers were 4% more than the median in terms of target share for tight ends, and 2% more than the league median for target share for running backs. And of course, wide receivers have to suffer here because, I mean, you can't have like all these targets, right? So wide receivers have 5% less targets than the median, and this receiving core for the Vikings is a total shit show. I mean, like, I don't know if Adam Thielen has like a portable game where he can increase his volume and like maintain efficiency. So I don't know if I buy into him like as a total 1. He's always kind of been like 1A for like Stephon Diggs. Man, there's here. I'll tell you this: there is gonna be value for Vikings receivers, right? I mean, there's gonna be value in this passing game. I just don't know where it's gonna be. Whoever emerges as number 2 is gonna get the ball a lot. Whether it's B.C. Johnson or Jalen Brager, KJ Hammer, like whoever it is, they're gonna get volume. So you need to take a shot. Like, you can't neglect this passing game entirely, but take a shot in the 12th, 13th round on the Vikings' number 2 or 3 receiver, because they may end up not being Stephon Diggs, but coming into that role, which is very valuable, as we know. Okay, rant's over. Oh man, you want to hear a rant? Wait a second. So for the NFC North, we have the Panthers bringing in Matt Rule as the head coach and Joe Brady as the OC. Now, Joe Brady, this is really interesting because this offense has immense talent, and both of these coaches come directly from the college ranks, both of them. So I'm really interested here. Joe Brady was the passing game coordinator, and he was the brains behind the Burrow operation. So he is inherently pass first, being the passing game coordinator, and he likes to spread the ball around. And he does this better than about anybody. He gets touches to his playmakers. he manufactures them somehow. We're talking end arounds, reverses, like just like things that are like very weird. He's gonna get his playmakers the ball as much as he can. So Curtis Samuel for sure, Robbie Anderson maybe. Like these guys are gonna get a bunch of really weird touches that are gonna be valuable eventually because like, I mean, more volume the better, right? So that's about it for Joe Brady. Matt Rule, he's more old school because he used to be a linebacker, right? He's more there for to be like a leader of men, like not much like calling plays, but his influence is going to be run first tough football with a lot of zone concepts and RPOs. So if we get a lot of RPOs, zone running, and like end arounds, like manufacturing touches, this is going to be a fun offense to watch. And they have plenty of talent. I'm really excited to see it. I hope you are too. So that's going to be the NFC South, NFC East here. This is three teams here. Man, this is crazy. So NFC East, we have the Cowboys bringing in Mike McCarthy, and the Cowboys bringing in Mike McCarthy as the head coach. He's going to bring a West Coast pass-heavy scheme to the Cowboys. And so, let me pull up stats here real quick. We mean pass-heavy because he averaged the 13th most passing attempts in the NFL, so slightly above average in his 19 years of OC and head coach. And he averaged almost the 20th most rushing attempts in the league. So he passes a lot more than he runs. And bad news for Zeke, really, really bad news for Zeke. This dude is on running back by committee. Schiller. He shills for RBBC. So, man, I'm really worried for Zeke here because he not only doesn't like work with running backs, but he reinvented his coaching style over his hiatus. So let's get into the no workhorse running back theory here. In 13 years of play calling, he's only had 5 running backs log 240 carries in a season. Only five in his entire 13-year career. And Zeke, on the other hand, has logged 300 plus carries in each of his full 3 seasons in the league. Something doesn't happen. Something has to give. My theory is Tony Pollard, who is close your ears, Zeke truthers and or Cowboy fans. Tony Pollard is the best running back on the Cowboys roster, hands down, not even close. Tony Pollard is gonna get his fair share of touches. He could be the Jamal Williams to the Aaron Jones that Zeke Elliott is, because he is really good at football. And I'd say there's a 50-50 chance that I don't know. I might put money on a 50-50 chance that Tony Pollard gets 150 carries this season or more, which is like a solid amount. Or no, let's say 150 touches, which is a lot more, which is going to put a big dent in Zeke's already limited workload given McCarthy's like previous scheme. So I'm really worried for Zeke. I have Nick Chubb over him for sure. Alvin Kamara over him. Saquon Barkley, Dalvin Cook, CMC for sure. He's at best going to be RB6 and more like RB like 8 or 9, I think, because I don't see that a world where he gets like 300 carries again, which is not going to happen. And he's not efficient enough with those carries to really bolster his value to a top 5 back, in my opinion. So, I've gone over this affects. Wait, do I have any other stats here? Oh, okay, no, never mind. Just the West Coast scheme is relatively like low A dot and like quick passing with a lot of volume in it. And blockingtheboys.com says it very well. That West Coast scheme is either touchdown or check down. And this is going to hurt a guy like Michael Gallup, I think, because he is a higher A-dot player like down the field. And McCarthy is traditionally not that. So I'm going to knock Gallup down just a little bit, but not as much as Zeke. So players this impacts, Zeke goes down, Tony Pollard goes up a lot, and Michael Gallup goes down just a smidge, okay? So on to the Redskins. That was a lot, sorry. On to the Redskins. Ron Rivera is the new head coach, and Scott Turner is the new offensive coordinator. So Ron Rivera, in his 9 years with the Panthers, his team averaged the 9th most rushing attempts. So very run-heavy scheme, and he has a very favorable system for wide receiver ones. Terry McLaurin, stock's going up. He handled the development of Cam Newton very well, so I think that he can do good with Haskins or maybe Tua. whoever is going to be playing quarterback there, he will serve him good, and they'll be in good hands. Now, a new contender for a crazy stat of the video has came in here with Scott Turner. Now, here, I know the stat. I'll read it. So, Scott Turner has, so he took over, he assumed play calling duties after Ron Rivera left. And this was for 6 weeks. Here, I'll look it up. I think 6 weeks, I believe. Blah, 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 where's that? No, 4 weeks. Sorry. Okay, so during this 4 weeks, okay, Scott Turner saw Christian McCaffrey's targets, ready, go from 6.25 without Turner to 10.25. What? He caught 4 more full passes per game. Christian McCaffrey caught over 10 balls per game with Scott Turner as his offensive coordinator than without him. Absolutely incredible. And in addition to this, Kurt Samuel saw an uptick in carries. Like, he was a guy that tried to manufacture touches in the backfield, and he got very creative with them. So I can see Terry McLaurin not only getting helped by this system of being very favorable for ones, but also getting some touches out of the backfield given his very good speed. So players that this impacts, Darius Guice for me, 100%, and Terry McLaurin should benefit a lot. Like I was saying, I don't like hot takes at all because they're just stupid. But another hot take that I'm not gonna say it's a hot take because it's a stupid take. But I wouldn't be surprised if Darius Guice, if he stays healthy, is a top 12 running back this year, because he's going to be the preferred pass catching back, I think. And Scott Turner will give him the ball like in the air, and Ron Rivera will give him the ball on the ground. So like, there's no reason for a guy that talented getting those touches to not be a top 12 back if he stays healthy. So really like that a lot. Really like Darius Guice and Terry McLaurin. Giants. Oh my God. The Giants. They brought in Joe Judge as the head coach. Oh my God. They brought in Jason Garrett as the OC. That's tough. So, on all these articles on Instagram, they're all thought out with lots of research and rationale. And for Joe Judge, I tried doing that and I just got pissed off because like nothing pointed to this being a good hire. So, I'll go with Garrett first to try to set the mood for us, for the Giant fans out here. Sorry, man, this is tough. Jason Garrett, he runs a lot of slants from the outside, specifically. So Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard should get some more looks there out of slant routes, and he runs a pretty vertical offense overall. So Darius Slayton and Evan Ingram, I think, are going to get some really good, valuable deep targets down the field, and that's good. That's good for them. And here's a good stat for Giant fans. Jason Garrett loves his workhorse running backs. Okay, so DeMarco Murray or Zeke Elliott has been Jason Garrett's running back for 8 of his 9 seasons with the Cowboys. During this time, they have combined to lead the league in rushing 3 times, and for 3 more years, they have led the league in carries. But if you take it a little closer and you look a little deeper, all this has happened since 2014. Jason Garrett has coached the rushing leader and the rushing attempt leader for 3 out of 6 years. 3 out of 6 years since 2014. 50% of the time, a Jason Garrett back has either led the league in touches. Has led the league in touches and has led the league in carries. Or in yards, rather. Sorry. And of course, now we have Saquon Barkley back there for the Giants. He can't get much more of a workhorse, but he's going to get like Zeke touches now. Like, we're talking like 300 carries probably, and maybe 60, 70 receptions. If he stays healthy, of course. But this is just awesome for Saquon. And then here's... Man. Here's Joe Judge. Joe Judge comes from the Bill Belichick tree, so the Patriot way, and the team is gonna run a lot. horrible signing. Players this impacts, Darius Slayton should see some pretty good valuable routes, and Saquon Barkley should see a lot of touches, which he's used to, but he should see even more than he's used to. Lastly, the NFC West. I just can't get over that Joe Judge signing, man. It's man, that's tough. NFC West, we have the Rams, last team here. Rams bring in Kevin O'Connell as the OC. Now, I was supposed to do this for Joe Judge, but just like this is just like funny to me. Look at his. I mean, come on. It's blank, right? But Kevin O'Connell is pretty similar. He has only 1 year of coaching experience with the Redskins, and let's go to his article here. His teams. So he took over after week 5, and for the first 5 weeks, Jay Gruden was calling plays, and this Jay Gruden team ran the ball 17.5 times per game for 69 yards per game. Nice. And only for 3.9 yards per carry. But after O'Connell took over, he ran the ball 24.5 times per game for 113 yards and a whopping 4.6 yards per carry. So almost 50 yards per game more, almost a full yard per carry more, and almost 5 carries per game more. Oh no, what are 5? Like 8 carries, almost 8 carries per game more with O'Connell versus Jay Gruden. Now, the pass game definitely suffered, but we're going to look at the run game for now. I'll read that if you want. And so the big thing about O'Connell is that he's going to try to influence the game by running the ball more, but ultimately he doesn't have the final say because Sean McVay is going to call plays for them. I mean, McVay is just an offensive genius, and he's a bit of a control freak. So McVay is going to call plays, but McConnell should have the influence to run the ball just a little bit more. So your running backs for the Rams, whether it's, I don't know, Darrell Henderson, someone in the draft, whoever is the main running back is going to get more carries than they usually would, I think, in previous years. That is going to about wrap it up. Yeah, it is. So be sure to join us so you can see all this and more and interact with my community. Link in the bio, link in Instagram, blah, blah, blah. You know all that. I'm going to end this with one piece of trivia. Okay? If you're watching this far, first of all, thank you. And if you answered this question right, I'll do something cool. I don't even know what yet, but it'll be awesome, okay? I promise it'll be awesome. So, what famous NFL player went to the same high school as Barry Bonds? I mean, here. You tell me the answer, I'll give you a shout out. Thanks for watching until this point, and I hope you have a good day, because I've had a good day. It's been awesome. Fun fact, I recorded this entire video. It was like 27 minutes long. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. And then I went to my OBS, like, over here, and it turns out I wasn't recording. So, like, that was tragic. Like, I was just so pissed. But, I mean, we got a good run now, so that's cool. I hope everybody has a good day, and I'll see you later. Want that fancy. Thank you.